Aloha everyone, I'm Susan Nutowitz with letsfeelexcellent.com or the YouTube channel by the same name, depending on where you are. And welcome. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I do and what I offer people as far as healthcare. I started off working with people as a massage therapist. And I noticed really quickly with my own health and with my clients that I was working on a lot of clients. I worked in 5 different spas, plus I had my own personal clients and myself. And so what I noticed is that when people got massage, or even when they got acupuncture or chiropractic as well, they didn't get a resolution to their back pain or whatever it is they were. And then a lot of times people had all these other health, mental and physical health complaints. And so I wanted to really know how this worked. How does the body work? And, are we just stuck with this stuff or what? And so one thing led to another, and I became a health coach and a structural integrator, which means with the structural integration, I work with the connective tissue around the bones and around the muscles. So not necessarily so much with the bones, the muscles, and all the different tissues, but the space in between, the fascia, the stuff that actually gets gluey or will actually move the structure where it's not being supported by gravity anymore. And I'll go into all of that in the sites. I mean, you can look in the hands-on section is for the stuff that I do with my hands, and the coaching section, the SI coaching section for what I do with coaching and that. But what I wanted to explain to you is I found out really in order to live a life of excellence that feels excellent predominantly all of the time and not have all of these complaints to deal with, it really only takes 5 things. And so I used to just call it the 5 things. And a friend of mine said, actually several friends of mine said, you really should have it be the 5 keys or the 5 golden whatevers. And it's like, okay, do you really need another approach like that? So, but someone said to me, it's like a star. And I really like that. So I have a 5 pinnacle system. And what I like about the star is it can be your North Star, okay? And so what you can do in the center of the North Star, the pentagram, is you can have that space for whatever you want your life to be about. So whatever it is that you'd rather not have in your life that you have, put it in the center, in your pentagram, in the center of your star. Whatever outcomes you want, put that in your pentagram. And then use the pinnacles of the star to change the pentagrams and to get to your North Star. Let me show you how this works. Okay, so the first pentagram, and these are all equal. You can work on different things, different importance in your life as you go along. But these are all equal in size. They should be. And so don't worry about it. When you draw your star, don't worry if they're equal in size or whatever. But just know that they're all equal in importance. So the first one is state management. So that is the emotions that you choose to feel in a given moment. And you say, well, hey, Susan, that's pretty unrealistic. If life gives me lemons, then I say, make lemonade. So you can always learn to master your emotional state. So you can have it be however you really want to have it. You're listening to reality at all times, but you are learning to master your emotional state and really have whatever you need, whatever kind of energy you need, or the emotion that you need to accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish. And I will do separate categories on all these things. In fact, if they're not already under the categories of 5 things in the website, they're coming. So don't worry. I'm going to teach you how to do all of this. All right. So the next one is movement. So how your body moves and where it does not move, where you need it to move, is very important. So this is where I developed leverage movement therapy, because I didn't really find anything out there that was getting the leverage on the specific tissues that we need to actually give us the freedom that we need. So say if a spine is held in a certain rotation, that's a deeper issue, and there'll be all these other issues from below and from above that are happening. And so we can actually work on all of these things and get the leverage on those tissues to free them up. This is great to do for the neck, and I will have a program for you on the back and all the parts of the body, but on the neck and the shoulders, I will have a program for you, and you'll see how easy it is to just spruce up your own neck right even when you're at work. And I guarantee it's nothing like you've ever done before, because I didn't find anything out there like it at all. Okay? Also in the movement pinnacle is our body work that we get. And I know sometimes all these modalities are such a quagmire to you. And I understand that. I want to clear up the confusion and let you know, okay, what does this modality do? And what does that modality do? And what can you ask the practitioner to know if this is going to be the right tool? Modalities are nothing more than tools. So just like when you go to get your brakes done on your car, your mechanic will use different tools to do different jobs. It's the same thing with modalities. And there's different tools that you want specifically for specific kinds of jobs. And the modalities, what they do is they speed up the healing process, and in some cases you're just not going to get as big of a healing without those modalities, like structural integration, for example, because if you have a part of your, or parts of your body, and we all do, that are not in the place where gravity is falling down on it, then the body has to do something. It has to make that part of the body hard, or it has to make it, be able to withstand gravity. And a lot of times that's a painful process for people, and that's where pain comes in these imbalances. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about misalignments. We're talking about the whole architecture that's not suitable, it's not functional in the gravity that the person is in every day. So the body has to become functional for the environment, for the processes that that person wants to go through in a daily basis. So there's different tools. Coaching is a different tool. It deals with the psychology, which is also really important. It's part of state, but the psychology is really important, because say you want to lose weight. Well, if you want to lose weight, your psychology is important, because that's going to determine what you put in your mouth how much you put in your mouth, how many times you chew it, and how you process that food, even how you digest that food. So psychology is really, really, really important. So movement, state, and another really important one, which these all are important, but they're important to work together. Rest. And rest in my Pinnacle system is rest/time management. You business owners and entrepreneurs know what I'm talking about, because hardly any of you get like the 8 or 9 hours of rest that we are supposed to get. Well, I learned that it was actually quality of rest that is important to the body, and not necessarily hours in bed that's important. And so what I teach is not only how to make better use of the day. This whole system is to make your life more efficient anyway. So it's not only to make more use of the time, but also to have better quality rest, where you're actually rejuvenating and getting the cells to do what they need to do, and to get the tissues in the shape that they need to be in for you to have an excellent life. Okay, so the next one is diet. And this is another Pinnacle where I classify this one as diet/cleanse. Now, I don't want you to be afraid of that word cleanse, because when, sometimes we have healing crises, we do. But, as you become healthier and healthier, and your life just becomes more and more excellent, and you're feeling better and better and better, then you have less of those unpleasant healing crises, and you just have, you're just sloughing off stuff, or it's just, wow, I didn't know I had that thing, that food caused that thing, or that surgery I had years ago. It feels like I'm tasting the anesthesia, that can kind of come up. So what we breathe and what we eat can become toxic debris in our bodies, and we want to clean those toxins out so that we can have the energy that we want in our life, and we can have the mobility that we want in our life. Very, very, very important. Okay, the last one is balancing hormones. And this is something that should already be taking place in our bodies, but we do things that I want to teach you that actually disrupt the hormone creating and balancing system. So we want to make sure that those hormones are up to snuff. So I really do want to teach you about hormones. And if you take care of these 5 things, I tell you, I'm a person that could have been very easily diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and I never really go to doctors, so are very seldomly, so I wasn't diagnosed with those things, but I had digestive issues and pain and lack of mobility. I thought I would never run again in my life. I do a 5K. I do at least a 5K or swim at least 2 miles every day. I mean, there's got to be something really big up if I don't do it. But I do it every day. My dog does it. I keep both of us in shape with this 5 Pinnacle system. And all of my clients that take this on, everyone that I know that's living an excellent, optimally healthy life does these 5 things. So I hope that was helpful to you. Please send me your questions or your comments, or if you are interested in an appointment with me on any of the tools that I do. have to help you with these things, then feel free to contact me. If this video was helpful to you and you are on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and share it with anybody that you think this would be helpful for, especially those that are suffering with medical conditions where they just don't know what the answers are, because there are answers. You don't have to suffer just because you've been labeled by something. The label is just information. That was just to tell you what you have. And most medical practitioners out there, they want to see you get better and healthy and enjoy your life too. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Susan Nudowitz with Let'sFeelExcellent.com, wishing you an excellent day. Aloha.